On my channel, I do all kinds of body sculpting and body contouring, and I explore all kinds of different ways to do that. My latest venture is this 160 milliwatt laser lipo machine from MyChway. It's a 635 to 650 nanometer, 160 milliwatt. So in my last video, I made the mistake and said megawatt, and my viewers called me out, which I really appreciate because I'm still learning. I'm not a professional body sculptor. I'm an at-home DIYer that figures it out. And if I occasionally make a mistake, I do apologize. It's not my intent to mislead or misquote anything. Here are the specs to this machine. Did an unboxing and put it all together for you guys in my last video. It has 8 of the large lipo pads. So these are the diodes on each of the lipo pads. And it has 4 of the small lipo pads. So what exactly is laser lipo? Laser lipo is light waves that penetrate deep into the skin, into the subcutaneous, and pokes small holes in the fat cell. So with these diodes are 635 to 650 nanometers. That's the length of the light wave. So when you put it onto your skin, it's going to penetrate deep into that subcutaneous. And I did a whole Laser Lipo 101 video that I will link up here so that you can go check that out as well. It explains all the different wavelengths that you can purchase in a laser lipo machine. This laser lipo machine is just one wavelength. It is 635, 650 wavelength, but you can purchase other laser lipo machines that are more expensive that have different wavelengths. Of course, you're going to get better and faster results by getting the different wavelengths, but on my channel, I like to explore the affordable options of these machines, and this is the most affordable option that I could find that really is effective. I like to wait 3 days in between my treatments so that my body has time to expel all of those toxins that the fat cell is draining into my system. So I have noticed a difference using this machine. I'm not a small woman. I'm 5'9" and weigh about 180 pounds. So I'm not petite by any means. Still working on it, but I've been able to kind of shape my body, trying to get it back to normal. So like I said, I do work out, but body sculpting and body contouring really helps me to shape my body, because for some reason, I don't know if it's my age, I'm 57, menopause, whatever it is, my body does not want to let go of the weight. So this really helps me to keep at least some kind of a figure, to get some kind of a shape. Usually I take a tape measure and measure my waist and my hips to see if I've lost any inches or not. But with this machine, because it works on the subcutaneous fat, which is the fat over the muscle, I decided to use a fat calibrator. Sometimes using a tape measure isn't always as accurate as using a fat calibrator. And the reason I say that is because this machine is non-invasive. It doesn't break the skin. It only works on the subcutaneous fat. So when I use a tape measure, it's not always accurate because it's measuring the visceral fat and the subcutaneous fat. So I just really wanted to see how well this works. So I targeted the subcutaneous fat and I measured it with a fat calibrator. So this is just a really inexpensive little fat calibrator. So by doing that, I could really see how this works. Fat actually feels soft after you use this machine. A lot more pliable. It wasn't so firm. I know this machine is doing its job because this isn't gonna lie, and you can actually feel it when you pinch it. You can feel how soft it gets after using this machine. I will say that I did have a couple of side effects with this machine. I had never used a strong laser lipo machine like this in the past. My S-Shape Pro is a 5 milliwatt and this is 160 milliwatt. So this is quite a bit stronger laser lipo than what I was used to. I started out slow because I didn't want to have any side effects. So I started out on level 4 and I did it for 20 minutes. Every 2 treatments, I moved it up, and I added 5 minutes to my treatments. So I started out at 20 minutes, I went to 25 minutes, went to 30 minutes, and then I went to 40 minutes. And finally, I ended up at the max. After a few hours, I could kind of feel a tingling, not so much a burning effect, but a tingling and some sharp zings where I had the laser lipo pads. So on my sides, because I've been focusing on my love handles, I could feel a zing, like a shock. And so of course I Googled it, and it states that you can feel the nerves recovering from the laser lipo. So I don't know how I feel about that. Is it going to cause nerve damage? I didn't see anywhere in my research that it causes nerve damage, but I can tell that it's definitely doing something because the nerves are tingling. The nerves are letting me know that they've been irritated. So that's just something to keep in mind, and you can do your own research on it. But I just Googled, does laser lipo cause nerve damage? And that's just what I found out. So this is just my experience. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical or aesthetic experience. This is just what I've experienced with this machine. Other than that, I have had no other side effects other than losing the fat. So let me show you the settings on this machine. Let me show you how it works. Then I'll show you how I did my treatment. This machine is very user friendly. You just touch the screen and it comes up. It has your default time of 30 minutes. You can turn the time down or turn the time up. Your power down and your power up. And then work. Mode A is a constant. Mode B is for maintenance. Press the home button and it takes you right back. This is just a green tea solution that I mixed up and put in a spray bottle. Then I decided to use my thicker waist trainer instead of the thin straps that come with the machine. You can see here that I'm just having a heck of a time. It's kind of comical to see how these laser lipo pads keep slipping with this thin strap. I will continue to use the thicker waist trainer anytime I use my laser lipo pads because it holds the pads right in place. They don't slip around, and it's just easier to maneuver with a thicker belt on. I just started at my belly button and worked my way to my back on each side. So I did 4 large laser lipo pads on each side. Using the larger, thicker belt, it's just so much easier to maneuver around. I was able to actually walk around a little bit before I sat down to get comfortable for my treatment. You can use the small laser lipo pads for your jawline, around your jowls, your double chin, or even like your bra fat. That's what I love about this machine. It's so versatile, and I just tucked the laser lipo pads into my sports bra. Then when I was all done, I just hung the laser lipo pads back onto the rack, and that was it. The treatments are very easy. It's actually very relaxing to do the treatments. Then I just kind of pulled the cords up and tucked them on top of the machine because it's so easy to get these cords all tangled up. And when you move the cart around, the cords want to tangle up into the wheels. So I just tucked it up onto the top, and it's all ready for next time. Everything I use in my video will have links in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.